Live from Papua, we have a gadol story for the week in honor of Shabbos Kodesh, again from the Sefer Around the Maggid's Table. So there was a certain man named RAV Zalman, Zalman Grossman. And this Rav Zalman had a special practice that on Shabbos, he would not sleep. He would spend the entire Shabbos immersed in Kedusha, learning Mishnayos, Zmiros, Tefillah, completely immersed in the Kedusha of Shabbat. Now, he had to be in America for a couple of years in the early 1900s to raise money for his yeshiva, Yeshivat Ohel Moshe, and in order to make money for his family to survive. During this time, he had an office building which he worked in Manhattan. And this is where he worked, and this is also where he lived. And on Shabbos Kodesh, he would generally eat alone. He was away from his family. One particular Shabbos, he was doing Kiddush with a lot of fervor, locked up in his office Friday night. No one else was around. And suddenly, he felt a terrible pain come over him. And he just fell to the floor, groaning and moaning in pain. But since no one was around, because everyone had already gone home, he was just stuck there. Now freeze. On the other side of town, there was someone who worked for Rav Zalman, a meshulach who would collect money. And he had just happened to be in Manhattan for that Shabbat. And he had had a very interesting week. And he went out to take a walk to think about the Parsha, to reflect about his week. And he couldn't sleep. It was late at night. He was walking, and he realized he was lost. And he realized that he was close to Rav Zalman's office building on the Lower East Side. And now, normally he wouldn't dare to, come that late at night, but he knew that Rav Zalman didn't sleep. So he figured he'll visit his friend Rav Zalman, and he'll even get a bed to sleep in because Rav Zalman's not using it. He's steiging all night. So he went up to his office building, and the office, it was locked. So he put his ear to the door, and he heard moaning and groaning. He screamed, Rav Zalman, Rav Zalman! No response. He got very worried. So he ran down, and he saw a police car that happened to be driving on the street. He flagged it down. Him and the policeman came by. They smashed into the room, and they took Rav Zalman to the hospital. He stayed by Rav Zalman's bedside, very nervous, until finally, in the morning, the doctor said, Rav Zalman's going to be okay. But if you would have waited another hour, he probably wouldn't have made it. Gewalt. Years later, Rav Zalman retold this story to his family, and he added, we sing every Shabbat, Ki Yishmerei Shabbat, Kel Yishmereini. Those who guard over Shabbat, Shabbat will guard over you. This is an amazing story where we see that the Shabbos itself, Mamish, guards over those who guard over it. And so I bless everyone. You don't necessarily have to stay up all night learning Torah. Why not if you want to, but maybe a little bit extra shmirah, a little bit extra learning, a little bit extra tefillah from the depth of our heart on Shabbos Kodesh, and the Shabbos will surely extend its blessing to us. Have an amazing day, an amazing almost Shabbos. Good Shabbos.